Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker, shills, death, slate, search, spousals, missing meat sacks. I'm usually welcome. So, a judge has struck down Biden's $8 cap on credit card fees, and this kind of goes along with the whole student debt relief program that Biden instigated. He didn't really have the authority to do so, and so that was turned around. So a lot of people are disappointed. A lot of people are going to be disappointed now that the cap has been struck down on credit card fees because we have a point where something like $1.7 trillion in credit card debt right now, and a wave of defaults and people being behind on their payments, and a lot of people using credit cards for their day-to-day living expenses. So this is going to be a total cash cow for the banks. They get $14 billion a year now in credit card fees, and that's a lot of money for basically doing nothing. It doesn't really cost the bank anything. It's just a matter of pushing a few buttons, and the money just rolls in. And so it's egregious enough, the fact that credit card interest rates are up and around 30%, which is outrageous. But now the fact that they can go back to charging anywhere from $20 to $50 for overdrafts. And so this is in this current environment with people relying on their credit cards so much and having trouble making their payments and using them for day-to-day living expenses. I expect a windfall for the banks moving forward in this environment with the ability to charge whatever kind of fees they want. And of course, the banks have been lobbying for this for quite some time. They say they have the right to use exorbitant credit card fees to curb bad behavior and give people the incentive to be a lot more careful with their credit. But as I pointed out, in this economic environment with people struggling so much and having to use their credit cards, um, this is pretty much kicking people while they're down. And so I don't think it's going to take too long for insane credit card overdraft fees and late payments for the money to be rolling into the banks. And that's the way they like it. So it just seems amazing that um, there isn't more consumer protection. And I know consumer protection is a touchy issue in these times, but the whole idea that banks are unfettered, exploiting people with such high interest rates, and then on top of that, these exorbitant fees. And so, as I pointed out, they're making money hand over fist for basically doing nothing. They're certainly not doing anything when they charge 30% interest on credit cards. And then the whole idea they can double dip by charging people incredibly high fees for overdrawing their credit cards or being late on payments. And so if there's any areas, there should be banker reform in a lot of areas, but this is one that really stands out. It's just so exploitive. And so if the Trump administration was really for the people, then I would suggest that this would be a good area to look into because it really is totally exploitive and a total cash cow for banks, and they know it. And so, but I don't really expect anything to happen. Bankers are not on the radar right now, oddly enough, and consumer protection seems to be an afterthought. And so all this talk about not taxing tips and not taxing overtime, people could really use more relief from the exploitation by credit card companies and banks. I'm useful idiot, don't you be one too?